episode 12 of Gilmore Girls. And Carrie's about to find out what it was called. She just saw it for the first time. I saw it for the millionth and 2 times. Hi, I'm Chemda.
I am Carrie, and we are Gilmore Friends.
We did it. We're in sync.
I'm first timer, and you're millionth timer, and I don't know the names of... What's that? A million and two?
Million and two. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know the names of the episodes before we record because sometimes they have spoilers in them. What was the episode titled this time?
It's called Richard in Stars Hollow.
Oh, that would have been a spoiler. That was the whole episode.
It was the whole episode. I never noticed the names, and they're not that noticeable, right? I mean, other than being spoilers, which I think titles are supposed to be, I guess, right?
Right. Well, if I had seen that, I would have known, for example, that Richard doesn't die before episode 12. You know, I'd be like, looking down the list, I'd be like, I guess Richard lives until
That's true.
season 2.
Mm-hmm. At least 12. Very nice.
So that would have been a spoiler for the episode where he had a heart attack that he doesn't die in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Although he could have died in Stars Hollow.
Right. But then it would have been Richard dies in Stars Hollow would have been the spoiler.
Right. Because they really need to push the spoil. Yeah. They really want you to be spoiled. What did you name this episode? I'll tell you what I would have named it. Wait, don't tell you. Now we're making this a competition for new title names, and I kind of love it because it helps me be creative for some reason. I can hear how toxic that sounds, and I'm still going to go with it. First of all, thank you all for subscribing. Please subscribe right now. Take a moment and click the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Here are our alternative titles. Did you want to go first?
Yes.
I have three, but I'm not loving all 3. Okay.
I put down Richard needs a hobby.
Yes. That's full on spoiler. Yes.
And stay in your lane, Grandpa.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely that was the whole thing. Mine is Papa Don't Preach.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Daddy Dearest.
Okay.
And I Got Spirit. How about you?
Nice.
The spirited line in this episode is so fun to me.
I know. You were spirited.
You're spirited, Mom. We'll get to it, but that's whenever I see that I'm watching this episode now, I'm like, ooh, when I get to that part, ooh, every line starts stinging. Ow, ooh, ah, ooh.
I know.
Anyway.
So many choices in this episode that were just weird, like character choices, I felt like.
Yeah, and that's what you said about the scene right before, the scene where they're at the grandparents' house, just hanging out, waiting for Richard. And Lorelai goes, antennas up.
Yeah.
Where he goes, aye, Captain. Because you could see, once again, when Emily is delighted or, I don't know, when she's showing any kind of emotion.
Yes. Well, she's like, I want to talk to you about something, right? Didn't she say, I have a question for you. I want to talk about something. So she's like, antennas up.
Mm-hmm.
Put your
Are you
guards
seeing
up.
anyone? You think you'd be back with Max? Things like that. And it's like, where is this going? To me, well, maybe I should ask you, what did it sound like she was going to with that?
I thought she was going to set her up with someone and be like, okay, so you're definitely single because I have a friend who has a son, blah, blah, blah. But she's already tried that. We've already had that episode. So I was like, I bet it's not going there, but only because we'd had that episode. I really couldn't tell.
It does seem like, where else would you go with that? Are you seeing anyone? Are you sure? Do you think you will see someone? How about, what did she call Luke? I know I wrote it down because it was very
unshaven diner man or something.
The one who refuses to shave.
I love that.
I like that. I think we're both dating that guy.
That's true. I love the asking a single person why they're single. That's my favorite thing. When I've been single and people are like, why are you single? And I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
But you tell me, because I live inside my body. I don't perceive me ever. So you tell me why I'm single.
But does being single have to do with just you?
No.
I'm not single because I don't know. Why don't I have like a checkered sweater?
Because you didn't buy a boyfriend. I didn't go to the boyfriend store and find anything I liked. So I left without a boyfriend.
Basically.
And when I go to the boyfriend store and find one I like, I won't be single anymore.
If he likes me, sure.
No, I tell them who to like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're at the store, so I'm sorry.
I'm at the store, so there.
I thought you were at the leasing place.
No. Yeah, I rent to own. That's weird. I'm gonna don't delete that. Take that out. That was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like, why are you single? And she was where she was going with it was, we don't have space in the mausoleum. And I wrote down mausoleum, and then I realized I have never written the word mausoleum down in my life, and I had no idea how to spell it, and it's all crossed out and messed up. And I am looking down in the notes.
I am looking at the word mausoleum, and I'm like, there's no way I spelled that. I'm in a doc, so it automates it for
so
me.
It's Mausoleum for the record. I did not write that down.
Who knows how to spell that?
Mausoleum is how I wrote it. But anyway,
but do you know how Emily found out? She like went to check up on it to see if they're keeping up, changing the flowers, and I'm like, you are paying for fresh flowers. It's not like people coming in.
Yeah,
I guess they get rid of flowers. Do you pay for regular?
You pay an annual fee. It's not usually that much, a couple $100 a year, and they swap out the flowers that you have selected on certain dates, and then they take a photo of it and send it to you.
No, they don't.
Mm-hmm. I have the docs. Yeah. So like on someone's birthday or their death day or like Christmas, like whatever holiday, you can say, I want this many flowers. And then that's part of the fee. That's an add-on to the fee of just the regular maintenance of like cut the grass and like.
Am I following this right? So that the dead person can have flowers on their birthday or Easter or whatever, their death day, but no one is coming to put the flowers. There is a messenger service as part of the cemetery.
Yes.
To put said flowers that you choose?
You choose. So you could say, I want 73 roses to be put on Grandpa's grave every April 1st as an April Fool's joke to Grandpa, who's dead and in the ground. And then they'll be like, 72 roses, that's super expensive. And you'll be like, whatever, it's what Grandpa wanted. And then that's it.
I gotta say, if Grandpa wanted that and I was in charge, there'd be a cutoff date, and it could be 1 year.
Well, you're disrespecting your dead grandpa, and that's.
Did he leave me money to do that? Because that sounds bananas.
Yeah, it's bananas. But it's like,
am I being rude? That sounds bananas to me.
I don't know. If your grandfather was your favorite person on the planet, and that was his dying wish, and you wanted to, I don't know your life.
My favorite person wants flowers that I don't put on their grave, wants me to sign up to the Blue Apron of cemeteries.
Yes. Now we're talking. That's a good business idea.
What is happening here?
But they'll take a photo and then email it to you, and you write back, thanks. Looks great, thanks.
Sorry.
Or you stop by the cemetery and you see that they didn't do it, and then you go and raise hell in the office.
Or they go from grave to grave with the flower, and now you got it.
Click. Right, and they take a photo, and then they move it, and then they take a photo. Oh, that's smart. See, that's a good scam.
Oh,
or just recycled plastic flowers each time. I mean, my family's site has specifically written down no plastic flowers. Like what? Ever. And I don't know how anyone would know. Well, no, you'd know the next time you went.
No plastic. It's not like on the grave. No soliciting, no plastic. Wait, what?
On the grave. I mean, on the tombstone.
No plastic flowers.
Yeah. I think one of my ancestors felt that they were tacky. Fake flowers have come a long way, I think, since that was written, probably in the 50s. So fake flowers.
I mean, I don't want fake flowers either, because it's like, well, we're going to have to move these flowers. It's not, I don't understand. But I'm not a flowers person usually. If If I die and someone told me that it was my dying wish for you to spend money on flowers to leave at my grave, you know that I've been hacked. That is not a thing.
Okay.
I would rather you leave a cappuccino.
That's probably as expensive.
I don't want to do that either. Don't
you want me to pour the
money.
cappuccino on like in a cup, or you want it loose on you?
Just you know what? On my birthday, a little out for your homie.
A little out, but then I can drink the rest.
You could drink the rest.
Okay, that sounds good.
Is that cool?
I'll pour a little out for you.
Okay.
On your actual grave, on your head.
Not the foam.
Oh, you want the liquid.
The liquid.
That's just more foam for me.
And then just take the foam and like slap it down and say my name at the same time.
Okay. I
mean, are we saying goofy stuff for after we die?
I mean, you got to write it down though, because you're just saying it on a random podcast.
Of course I'm saying it because I don't care if anyone does that. And if they do it, everybody else better laugh. And if it turns into a trend, that's going to be hilarious for me beyond the grave.
Just slapping foam down on your grave.
See how funny it is?
And screaming your name and then drinking the rest of the cappuccino and sobbing and then running off. And then go to the office of the cemetery and be like, you didn't see nothing. This
is worse than flowers.
No flowers. All right. Do you want to start the whole podcast over? We're like 20 minutes in. We haven't had the cold open yet.
This is important.
This is important to know.
Okay.
So we learned how to spell mausoleum, and we know your dying wish.
Yes.
And they're talking about who to put in. Oh, and everyone agrees that Aunt Cecile, was it Cecil or Aunt Cecile, is the worst one because she doesn't know what a knock-knock joke is. Very funny. This has nothing to do with the rest of the episode, but
not at all.
But it's amusing.
I enjoyed this version of their meanness.
Yes. And I liked Richard walking in and being like, oh, definitely Aunt Cecile, and like totally validated Lorelai. I thought that was very funny.
I like that Rory didn't want to talk about the annex or the mausoleum. She was getting creeped out about where to put bodies. And we talked about this before. It's like, I don't know. We need to talk about it.
Yeah.
We are setting up arrangements. We're near death. So we got to figure it out.
Also, you can save a lot of space by cremating a bunch of people. Just saying.
Oh, I'm in for that. Done and done.
Me too. That part's written down. Cremate.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you can turn me into a mushroom, cool. If not, I don't know. Just goodbye.
A mushroom?
There's like a mushroom suit. Have you not heard of this?
Yes, I've heard of them. Okay. There's all kinds of things. Those are expensive for now.
That's the thing. If it's expensive, don't do it. Just burn me up, do the cheapest, put me somewhere. But don't hold on to me because now I'm space in your place. Just let it go.
You don't want to be in an urn or a locket?
Nope. A locket's cute if you think it's cute.
What about earrings?
Yeah, all of that. Very cute, but that's up to you.
Okay.
Please. If anyone wants a piece of me, they can have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
I'll make a list of who can. I'll make a list of who can't.
Okay, that's more important. Who can't get the Chemda earrings?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll lose one on the subway, and then be like,
oh. It's okay. Don't feel bad when you lose me. I get lost a lot. It's cool. No, it's fine.
I'll have the screwbacks, like for fancy earrings. You get the little screwbacks so they don't fall out.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But then when I get into a fight, they're going to rip them out of my ears because they know that they're screwbacks.
But they know not to get into a fight with you because we are peaceful people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we should really start over. We're not even at the freaking opening. What does pull a Tabanitha mean? Or Tabatha, pull a Tabatha.
This is so good that you're asking because I specifically was racking my brain. You're pulling a Tabatha is what Lorelai said to Emily. And it's when she said she was twitching at the table. I couldn't put that together. I went on Reddit and I asked, and everyone said it's from Jeannie. I love Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie.
The mom in I Dream of Jeannie. Oh, she's twitching because she twitched her nose to make a wish. Yes. You're twitching like Tabatha. Good Lord.
Thank you, Reddit. Yes.
Oh my God. Reddit helpful. Saves the day. I wouldn't have put that together.
I was kicking myself. I'm like, I'm going to be so upset when they tell me what it is. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But even after they said Tabatha from I Dream of Jeannie, I still had to ask boyfriend. And he was like, cause she twitches. And I'm like, why are you saying twitching here? She's like, she twitches her nose. I'm like, oh, it's called twitching the nose.
Right.
Because Emily wasn't making, fantasies.
Yeah, that's a pretty loose analogy. Like, okay, honestly, you're twitching your nose. She's not twitching her nose. She's twitching her body. You're pulling a Tabatha. She just named something that has been known to twitch. It's a little out. I got you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Did anyone else have a problem with twitching? Oh my God. I love it. Okay. So
then they're at dinner and we find out, someone asks innocently, Grandpa, how are you enjoying retirement? And he decides to talk about like the tiny, tiny details that he's noticed around the house. And like Emily looks super annoyed. Also, she says, don't ask what you're eating, because if you like it and then you ask what it is, it's something gross. I find that is the reverse logic.
Oh.
That if I don't want to know what I'm eating until after, because then I get to find out what it was.
Oh, well, I no longer, I don't know. Well, okay. So growing up, I ate liver.
Right.
And I didn't know I was eating liver because liver was spoken in Hebrew and I didn't know that word meant liver. So I didn't know I was eating chopped liver. I was eating pan seared liver.
But did you like it?
I did.
So then what's the difference?
When I found out what it was, I still had it. It wasn't very frequent. I don't know how easy liver is to deal with, but it wasn't frequent. It wasn't my favorite, but they definitely made it very tasty, which is so weird to say. But once I knew what it was, I didn't want it anymore. And I was thinking about it the whole time that I ate it. And it's just a very weird feeling to have. So if I already ate it, I guess tell me, but when I'm done eating.
Yeah.
But I probably won't eat it if I won't know what it is.
If you like it, you like it though. Like I'm a way more adventurous eater.
You're the best.
Between the two of us. So if you're like, here's a food you've never had before, I'm like, give me that food, or prepared correctly. Like, give me that food. And then be like, surprise, you just ate blank. And I'll be like, whoa, I can add that to the list of crazy things I've eaten that I can now say is good or bad with authority.
See, I tried when I was in Florida, I tried fried alligator.
Yeah, it's the same.
And the whole time I'm thinking, well, I'm eating alligator, so it's very difficult to, really pay attention. But the truth is first of all, fry anything and I'll eat it.
Exactly.
But second, it's not that great. So don't be so excited about your alligator. Just have chicken. It's much better.
Yeah.
Like you can't just have it because it's alligator.
Right. But if they were like, surprise, you weren't eating alligator, you were eating fried sneaker, you would have been like, okay, it's the same. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to get fried sneaker either.
No, but I might sue that restaurant.
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating sneaker.
Yeah. That's not. Yeah. But in terms of noticing things, I love this episode because it's a lot about noticing things and being a couple, being in the same space. What's romantic? What's like, you're up my butt, So he noticed, I made the list, that Emily moved the vase just a little bit, not a lot. And that she changed her hair and that her shoes didn't match her purse. I mean, and she is twitching, but she also tells Lorelai that they've never been home at the same time. They got married, went to Europe, came back, went to work.
Right.
I think that's what a lot of people felt during the pandemic.
Yes, because everybody was home at the same time, and I've never had to spend 24/7 with my blank. And that could be your kid, your husband, your mother, like whoever it was. You've never had to do 24/7. And a lot of people.
Not just that, it's 24/7 and all of your responsibilities. And now your responsibilities have become larger and harder.
Yes.
And everything was harder
during a stressful time globally.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of people lost their dang minds. And then people were accused of not loving their children because they didn't want them around 24/7. And
and I think maybe everyone should look around and go, no one wants to be around you 24 hours. Like there's no one who wants to be around you 24 hours as much as anyone loves us.
Yeah.
Like No,
I know.
So, yeah. So I get how she feels, and I get how Emily feels, because I also get that it's like, hey, she's saying things that people would be, and she said this, people would be dying for their husbands to notice that they made a change.
Right. Well, I think the hair one was the one that I think was sweet, because I once dated a guy and I cut off 6 inches of my hair and he didn't notice. And it was it was like from down here to jaw length. Like and he didn't notice. And I was like, what kind of idiot doesn't notice 6 inches of hair?
I don't know. Part of me is like trying not to judge that. Part of me is like, does he actually see you? Because he has to look at you.
Right.
So, one side of you goes, does he even look at me? And the other side goes, oh my God, is he that not shallow?
Caring what I look like. Right. He sees my soul and not my haircut. Yeah.
Or maybe you're so pretty no matter what your hair is doing, or you're no matter what your hair is doing.
But it's funny, like sometimes, I'll like wear my glasses and it changes my face so much. And then someone will be like, did you get your hair cut? I'm like, no, it's the glasses. You just don't look at me. Like you noticed something was different and you couldn't place it. So like, no. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we're just seeing like a little bit of it,
Okay. So Richard is home too much. And it's annoying Emily. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this happened. I think this is a real thing that happens to people when they get retired. They get retired when they retire, that they don't have something to fill that time.
Yeah. And there's also, I think people forget that when somebody's going through a transition and they're so close to you, like meaning physically and emotionally, and like, you're doing your life together. When you're going through a transition, this other person is sort of forced into transition with you. So she has to transition to her husband always being at home, and he has to transition to that as well. And both their transitions might not happen smoothly at all. And now they're having banging transitions. I feel like that's very hard. Yeah. And also it turns out they were eating pancreas. Can we not?
Sweetbreads. I've never had sweetbreads.
I bet you would.
I would, of course. I want to try it. Someone tell me where to get good sweetbreads in New York City. I'll go. I'll try it.
And will you go? Really?
Yeah, why not? I had brain.
Oh my God. You didn't just say that. What? Whose brain?
A goat's brain. A few years ago, there was a new.
What did it taste like?
It tasted like the sauce that was on it. Honestly, like if you had served it to me and was like, here's this kind of like mushy chicken with this sauce on it. What do you think? I would have been like, all right. Yeah, it's good. I wouldn't have thought anything of it.
Now I want you to try sweetbread. And when you think about it, just like lobster, it sounds like sweetbread is for rich people if they're having it. Like, because pancreas, liver, lobster, those all sound like, Yeah,
these used to be poor people food.
And they sound like poor people food.
Right. But now it's rich people food because, the world is stupid.
This life is ridiculous.
Life is a ridiculous farce.
So ridiculous. Yeah. Now we still have Rory doing her life in school, and she's deep into the
newspaper.
Yeah, the school newspaper. And Paris, while she's talking, do you sometimes think, hey, she might actually have an aneurysm?
Like she has a problem, like she's not mentally okay. But one of the characters references Ghostbusters. Did you catch it?
No, I didn't. What?
Paris has gone bye-bye. Is a line from Ghostbusters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Egon has gone bye-bye. What have you got left?
Huh.
So I noticed that, and I want someone else to validate me in the comments and say that you also noticed the, and if it's not Egon has gone bye-bye, who is it? Ray has gone, I think it's Ray has gone bye-bye. What have you got left, Egon? Something like that. Anyway, has gone bye-bye, I think is a Ghostbusters reference.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Paris is losing her mind.
They also have a rice-a-roni thing, but it wasn't just a reference. They just said rice-a-roni. And moments like that make me feel like, did rice-a-roni pay for it?
Of course
it was
did.
An innocuous thought.
Yep.
Right?
She said a lifetime supply of, and they could have put anything in that sentence, and they said rice-a-roni. Yes, I'm answering you. Rice-a-roni paid for that. 100%.
But I also think rice-a-roni used to be the lifetime thing that you win on like stuff like The Price is Right.
Yeah, but they could have said a lifetime supply of Dove soap or a lifetime supply of Keebler cookies, you know?
That's true.
Or they could have just said a lifetime supply of pasta. They didn't have to name a brand, and they did.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, Paris is trying to win the Oppenheimer Award for Excellence in School Journalism.
Great.
You want to know what that says if they win that? It says it's a symbol. According to Paris, it's a statement that says you're the best. You crushed all others. Every other school is feeling shame, defeat, and pain. And then she goes, I want to be those people. I want to cause that pain.
Yes. I liked our competition is not the other schools. Our competition is the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal,
the Washington Post.
Washington Post. Yes. Aim high, Paris. I like her moxie. I mean, I don't
True, but you're not gonna get anyone to want to work with you or to do what you're doing by just yelling, no, how come nobody cares? And I think Rory was very much like, so helpful, Paris. Thank you so much. You're just making everyone I get that work is work, but there is a little bit of finessing.
Yeah.
She is trying to get people to work with her.
Yeah, she's trying to motivate people, but like, I don't know if that's a good motivator. If I was in the room, it's funny to watch, but if I was in the room with that, I'd be like, oh my God, relax.
Which is basically what the Paris Posse is saying.
Yes, the Paris Posse said, you have got to chill. You must chill.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we see more examples of Richard being up Emily's butt.
Yes.
So he wants to come with her all day. First of all, he's noticing how many cups of coffee. Now, I think that's fine. But he adds, oh, that's a lot of coffee in the morning.
Yes. The noticing is fine, but the judgy is you draw the line at judging, Richard, you idiot.
We didn't come with you to your office and go, is that how many phone calls you make by 7 a.m.?
Yeah. Also, he and Emily have spent weekends together. Like, he knows how much coffee she drinks on a weekend.
Maybe it's on a weekend. And also, maybe he's not even like up that much close to her on the weekend.
Yeah. Because he had other things to do. Ugh, I don't know. But he's being super annoying and needy and like a toddler in this episode or in this scene.
He says, I want to come with you to the cleaners. But then Emily's basically trying to deter it. And you can probably tell as a partner of someone, but you're excited to be around them. And again, like this whole episode teeters on, is that sweet or is that codependent? Is that sweet?
The whole series is that. Yes. Yes.
Well, she's going to go to the cleaners. He's like, I'll come with you. I mean, that should be fun, right? But she's, she has her day, but then she has to go to a meeting. He wants to go with her. Then she's going to the symphony luncheon. He wants to go with her. It's very inappropriate. Then she was going to get her hair done. That he doesn't want to go to, which to me, I guess like that makes sense because he can hear, interesting conversation, but or be a part of something. The symphony luncheon must be something. But her getting her hair done is where he draws the line. He tells her to cancel it. Why? Because her day is not important.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
cancel the one thing you're doing for you. The one thing that is not an obligation to anyone else, the one thing that makes you feel good about yourself, cancel that one.
And also he says, your hair looks fine. And to this, like, a lot of people have told, like, why are you going to the gym? You already, right. You're already in good shape. Or why are you drinking Diet Coke? You don't need a diet. Like, these are not
right.
That's not what's happening here.
Yes.
But why does she look good? Because her hair gets done every week and that's what she thinks looks good. And that's how it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of women have standing appointments at their salon to do their hair or nails or eyebrows, like whatever your regular appointment is.
She considers all of this, including all of her appointments, as her job. Imagine, I want to follow you into your meeting at the office. I want to go on your lunch with a colleague. Like,
sorry, what? Richard, the symphony luncheon was RSVP 3 weeks ago, and I put in for one spot.
Yeah. And the DAR meeting is the Daughters of the American Revolution.
And you're not a daughter yet.
And now I have to explain, like, here's my husband. Like, what?
Yeah, no. This is why we have a no spouses rule at book club. So you don't have your little tag-along spouse.
That's tough because you also can't say, like, no boys allowed because not everyone is dating a male. Like,
that's right.
So I like the no spouse thing.
Yeah.
Because it's very clear and it helps everyone else be clear.
The spouses come home when we're already drunk in the living room. So we've had a lot of spouses walk in and be like, what the hell? We're like, It's great. The spouses are invited home. It's not like they have to go to a hotel.
I mean, honestly, like, spouses are invited everywhere. Let's be real. Like, you can come with me, but, like, just know this is something that you don't fit into because it's a part of my world and that exists too.
Yeah.
The DAR might be one of them.
Yeah, the DAR is is the thing that I do. We have different things that we do, right?
Yeah, we're not going to the strip club. I'm not inviting you because
I would want to go. Nefarious. If Emily and Richard went to the strip club, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Can you just picture Emily and Richard at the strip club?
Oh my God, I'm picturing it. I'm
picturing it. Did you picture male or female strippers?
Oh, I pictured female strippers.
I pictured male strippers.
It's very rare that I picture male strippers because they exist in a different, it's not like female strippers where you can go at any time, usually. It's like...
Oh, it's like an event.
Yeah, male strippers are harder to... You got to actually order them. You got to be at a certain time in a club and then it changes to something else. Like, at least my understanding of it or my experience with it, there's not a lot of like, and then you've passed by 3 male stripper joints.
Right. Really. Yeah, that's true. Or maybe we don't hang out.
I could think of female ones. Think of one.
I bet if we were 23-year-old gay men, we could find a male strip club. We'd know. Right. We could name 3 right now.
You're right.
But we're not. Yeah. We're too old.
That's true. I can't.
We're out of the loop.
I can't name a club, let alone a strip club.
Single strip club. I'd have to open one.
Like, I can bada bings.
Yeah. We're just, Rip Riders. I'm like, I don't know what that
Hustlers.
is. Right.
Scores.
Well, there's Riviera in my neighborhood, but that's a regular strip club.
Remember when there was Chippendale? That's male.
Yeah, that's true.
Chippendales.
Remember Mermaids in Astoria, Queens? Is the Mermaid still open?
The sad place?
Yes, the sad place. And it wasn't technically a strip club. It was a go-go bar or something because the licensing, so they could be in bikinis.
It's even sadder. It was sadder.
So sad. I've never been inside, but every guy I knew went there and came out sad.
I mean, I don't know if it's the same one, but there's one in Long Island City. It was right across the 59th Street Bridge on the Queens side. Yeah. It was like Jiggles or something. Nice. That's got to be one of the bar ones because they were it was like the stripper and then the bartender or the bartender then the stripper behind them because they're literally on the bar. It was so sad. I didn't even know how to give them money, but they were going upstairs with people. Anyway, allegedly, I had no idea. Right. I left.
We're keeping the show PG-13.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so Long Island City.
Emily's annoyed. Can we get to the video store yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is the first time we've been inside a video store on this show. Yes?
I think so. Yeah. We've been in the bookstore. Mm-hmm.
And this is an old-timey video store. Old-timey in 2 ways. 1, it's a mom and pop video store. It is not Blockbusters. And 2, they have VHS. Mm-hmm. And 2001, 2002 was the crossover. That was when we started getting DVDs in video stores.
And that was like big tech.
That was big news. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It brought me back. I do remember browsing the aisles of like, what should we watch? they started helping us out by putting like, okay, this is the new release wall.
Yes.
Instead of just putting everything alphabetical or like just by genre. So the new release wall, they got the genres a little bit more nuanced so that we can, and then they got like, you know, Steve's favorites, you know, the guy that works there. And then maybe you have the same taste as Steve. Like they really were trying because it is exhausting to browse. I mean, people have done it on their screens, right? You're browsing Netflix or HBO or whatever. Now you got to go around and like, you think you're missing something or I don't know.
God forbid you go with 4 friends.
Oh God.
And you go to Blockbuster to pick out a movie with 4 friends.
You always end up watching the thing you already watched because it's like too much.
It just starts fights. You're like, I don't want to see that. I already saw that. Or I heard that was stupid. Or it's too long. Or it has what's her face in it who I hate. And then we would just fight. That was like, like instead of like, let's grab a movie and go home, it'd be like, let's go to Blockbuster for an hour and fight.
So long. I saw an article that like couples take longer browsing through movies than actually watching them.
Yes. That's funny.
And I believe that sometimes I'm like, I want to watch something, but I'm like, please don't make me browse through the thing. I don't have the patience to like look for something. Here's my criteria. Either we watch something that I know already, that I like already, or something in these 2 genres. But I can't go like from the beginning. Whew.
Yeah. I do. If you suggest, hey, do you want to watch a movie? You have to have 2 suggestions.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And keep a running list. If someone recommends a movie to you, jot it down. And then when you're like, what should we watch tonight? You reference that list. And then you're not in the mood for any of those. So then
we try to do that because during our poker plays, you all bring up some fun stuff. So we've actually watched some shows and movies because of the recommendations during
I get
poker.
all my show recommendations from poker night.
That's so fun.
We recently watched...
We watched In the Shadows because of you. What happened in the Shadows?
Yeah.
That was... Because it was multiple times that people brought it up. And I think we had both given it a chance, me and boyfriend. And he gave it like one more effort. And he's like, no. We're going to watch this. It's so good. Like we missed it. Like whatever it was, we missed it. We need to do it. It's really good.
Yeah. It took me 2 tries to get into Schitt's Creek. But then once I was in, oh my God, I was so in. That show was so good. I don't know why the pilot didn't grab me.
What? For me, it wasn't even the pilot. It was because you named it Schitt's Creek. I was turned off.
Yeah.
It was like exactly like don't trust a bee in apartment 23. I'm like, I hate your name. You are so basic. You're going to annoy me with your puns. And I don't mind puns, but it can't be your whole thing. And both of those shows, I was like, Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Like just
so life affirming and funny. And like the characters just pop off the screen. Everyone's so great. I know. Yeah. Great show.
Yeah. I know. Aces.
I think there was a little of that with Gilmore Girls, honestly. I didn't want to watch it because I was like, it's a show about girls. They're going to make girls look stupid. And like, I don't want girls looking stupid.
I hear that. Yeah. And we had Lucy Pohl on one of our lives. She said the same thing. She avoided it because of the girl thing. Look what we do to ourselves as women. We don't want a girl show, but we're afraid people will ruin what we think we are.
Yeah.
But here they are. I mean, I think they're
it's a show written by women. I know.
Yeah. I mean, it's Amy Sherman Palladino, but it's also her husband. But we count Amy. Yeah.
All right. So Rory's in the video store, and we see some little boys giggling at the cover of Showgirls, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a sexy cover, but it's not that sexy. There's nothing really showing. It's more implied.
Maybe compared to now, but it is. It is can I say the word provocative?
It is racy. It's a little provocative.
It's whatever racy. Showgirls are, right? It's like it's sexy. It's half naked.
But they're not. I mean,
provocative is a very weird word in thinking about it in recent times.
But we see that little boys are enjoying this. Go look it up if you haven't seen it. The cover, not the movie. The movie is terrible, but
I never saw the movie because that's one that I'm like, I don't want to. What's her face from Saved by the Bell? I wanted to respect her.
It's so campy. It's a ridiculous movie. It's fun. I don't know. Don't listen to me. So Rory goes up, and I don't know why Rory goes up and tells, by the way, another sighting of Sean Gunn, Kirk, who is now working at the video store because his exterminator business from last episode failed.
I mean, that could be after work, you know?
Sure. What about his photography business and his swan delivery service?
His photography business was for a sandwich. Yep. Let's face it. His swan thing might have been his task of the day at TaskRabbit.
And what about his exterminator business? That doesn't make enough money, so he moonlights at a video store?
I mean, how many houses can be exterminated?
One. Just Lorelai's.
Yeah, he's got a certificate, and I don't even know that she hired him.
All right.
So.
And what about he's had other jobs too. I'll come back to that. He was the DHL installer.
Maybe that's on the Saturday.
Okay.
Night.
Great. So he's at the video store. And let's see.
Oh yeah, by the way, I want to also mention that they end up doing like a festival of the worst movies, and one of them, I don't know about the other two, one of them is Cool as Ice. If you want to see one of the worst movies and what Vanilla Ice thinks of himself, this movie is so good for you. This movie is Vanilla Ice basically going like, guys, what if there's a movie that depicts how cool I am, but like also what a bad boy I am, but also how people should admire me. And we call it, get this, since I'm Vanilla Ice, we call it Cool as Ice. Oh my God.
I want to do this for my own life.
It is.
I want a movie about how cool I am and what were the other things? How cool I am and how much people should think I'm cool. And I'm going to call it Carrie on Ice.
Ooh, Carry on My Way.
Carry on my wayward son.
If you want.
Yeah. Or, working title. Okay, we'll figure it out. I'm going to make a movie about how cool you are too, just like Vanilla Ice. We should all have movies about how cool we are.
Yeah,
Done.
and also Emily once again is being attacked by Richard's love, and she begs Lorelai. She calls Lorelai, and she's calling them while remember this? Not only we were in a video store, but Lorelai gets a call in the video store on her cell phone
and has to exit.
But she can't, like, she's having bad service. We had to like walk around going like, how about now? Is the service
Can you hear me now?
Here?
I mean, that's where the Can You Hear Me Now came from. It was a real thing. We really said that.
That was a great commercial. Can you hear me now?
It was so true. So she leaves the store. Emily goes, what I didn't like, and of course, I know you caught this too, was she was like, you need to take your father off my hands, blah, 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 blah. And then you owe me.
She was wigging.
She was freaking out.
Yeah, she said, I need 1 day of peace and I'll do anything. And she was like spiraling into the I'll do anything.
Right.
She's turning into a monster. She's like hulking out. Like, you owe me. You have a house because of me. All of this stuff. Because he said tomorrow he's joining her water aerobic swim club.
No. We only have 5 floaties. You can't. Why can't she say you can't join me?
That's a tough one, don't you think? Like, why?
I would have no problem telling someone because we only have 5 floaties.
That's a lie.
Oh, well.
Now you're lying.
I don't want you there.
That's tough.
No.
That's tough, especially people their age, especially after now it's like almost 40 years of them being together, and he's being rejected in a new way that I think, you know, we're taking care of someone who can break from a misunderstanding because they're in a certain state of mind. But yeah, we're also being too soft. I don't know. I think it's hard sometimes to say you can't come.
Yeah, it is. But I feel like also we find out later in the episode that Richard has been reading the room the whole time, by the way. So he knew that Emily called Lorelai to get him off Emily's hands.
I guess. I think maybe after it piles up, you like sixth sense it, you know? You go like, oh yeah, there was literal red indications the whole time.
Yes, exactly. So maybe he didn't get it in real time, but he got it later. I don't know. Anyway, Richard arrives the next morning and it is...
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You had more about the video store?
No. The Richard arriving because we both were grossed out by Lorelai's behavior yet again.
Yeah. She's like, hi. She's so weird and stiff.
But even before that, she's trying to make Rory before Richard arrives.
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot. Before he arrives, she's guilting. She's trying to get Rory to stay home from school again. Why does this
stay home from her after school hobby and the thing that's padding her resume.
Yes.
And she's trying to take away from her life. And you're being a child. And someone on Reddit described it well. She's like a big sister, but she needs to be a mom.
Yes.
So yes, she's cool. Yes, she takes care of this kid, but like, oh my God, to beg your kid, please stay home and
stay home from school to help me with your grandfather.
Yeah.
What is happening? She's a child.
Yeah, it was too much.
Oh, too much. And like, Rory's one of these rare people who loves school. Like that's not only is she required to go by law, but she loves it. She wants to go.
Right.
What are you doing? She's trying to go to Harvard.
And it also stresses her out not to go. So it's like you're taking away the fun thing and you're adding stress that doesn't need to be there because of your stress of your father coming.
Yeah. And the last time Rory didn't skip school to go wedding dress shopping.
Oh, yeah.
There was another handful of times where like Lorelai either pretends to or actually does ask Rory to skip school. And Rory's always like, no, I'm going to school.
Like part of me thinks that she knows Rory's going to say no. And she's just letting out her emotions in this way. Like she knows because she tells Rory headmaster has been kidnapped and school is closed. So I think that she knows, but she is giving the responsibility to Rory to like push back.
Right. And that's stressful for a 16-year-old. Like, it's stressful to have to be like, no, mom, I have to go to school.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah, you don't want to be on that side of that cute, fun anecdote.
Yeah. Do something else that's cute and fun.
Yeah. But in terms of Richard coming in and Lorelai turning stiff and uncomfortable, I relate. Do you notice that Rory hugged Richard, but Lorelai didn't? I remember flying out to see my father, and I was like, oh my God, he's here at the airport with my mom. And I'm like, do I shake his hand? It had been so long since I saw him. And I'm like, he's not very touchy-feely, not physically, not at all. And he hugged me and I'm like, oh my God. I guess he answered, and I was so glad that he did it first because I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable. This is my father. Now, he's come a long way. He came from an even harsher, more cold person, and that is completely warm for a man his age from where he comes from.
Right.
So he's like...
Yes, I think you're married in some countries. Yeah. If you hug at the airport, you're like engaged. Like that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of credit, but like I understand her discomfort. He's never been in her house, not really, except for that one Rory party where he sat outside the whole time.
Right.
He likes things just so. She is used to her morning and she is doing a favor for her mom. So like, what do you do with your dad? He already ate breakfast. He doesn't want coffee. Now he's counting her coffee. So they sit down and read a newspaper and I see her relief. I see Lorelai's relief over like, oh, casual day.
We could just be normal. And like a lot of people start the day with the newspaper and like, we could just do that.
I thought that was lovely. I don't know. Yeah. Are you comfortable with your dad? I know you were comfortable with your mom.
If my dad walked in my door right now, I would be really weirded out. Yes. I don't think my dad has ever been in my apartment.
Yeah, my dad doesn't come over. And here's the thing. It's not that I don't invite him. It's that we usually do his things.
Right.
And that's how I was to understand our world together. Like I remember one time I picked the restaurant to go to my birthday, and usually it's just I come over and my mom maybe baked a cake, or I don't know. I'm an adult at this point, so nothing actually happens. I'm just coming to visit. She probably made food. This time I was like, oh, there's this Thai restaurant in Brooklyn, and it's like a hole in the wall, and it's my favorite place and whatever. And my father decides to come, and he's just annoyed the whole time. He's just like, what is this food? And I'm like,
my dad ruined dinner the last time I went out to eat. Dad ruined dinner.
Yeah,
with just complaining about absolutely everything. And I mean, nothing was good enough, and it ruined the meal. It was terrible.
Yeah, and he wasn't even like complaining at everything. It was just like, okay, obviously this isn't your choice. Obviously this isn't your favorite food. Obviously, like, I don't expect this to become your new favorite restaurant, but like, it's a meal.
Right. And it's my birthday.
Yeah. It's
and like, right. This is my night. And
we don't get to hang out. I don't know that I've ever chosen the place to eat.
Right.
So like, get over it.
Yeah, I know.
Come up with there's something you could eat, or I wouldn't say don't eat, but like, then tell me ahead of time, you're really not going to be able to eat anything, you know?
Right.
I get it, because they have restrictions, but those are not his restrictions.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they end up at Luke's, because of course you do. And then one of the funniest lines, I think, was when Richard describes all the benefits of a grapefruit, and Lorelai says, "I feel like you're about to break into song." I was like, yes. It had that rhythm to it, you know, like in a musical, when you're like, the grapefruit is great. It does grapefruit. It just made me laugh because she was so on point. That was exactly what he sounded like.
And I goes love
going up to Luke and being like, "I'm going to need a grapefruit," and him being like, "I'm going to go buy one next door." It means I think
that's really cute and small towny of it. I like that Richard wasn't like, he was his snobby self about it, but he was like, "Ooh, we're going gritty today. This is just like," he compared it to when he was in college. There was a diner. It was a dreadful diner. But then he says, "I miss that place."
Yeah. So I mean, everyone had a crappy diner they went to in high school and misses it. You know,
I do think he's like, "Oh, look at this. I'm at your, what is it? We might as well be wearing jeans type of thing." He's just
right. We're slumming it. We're totally slumming it.
That's the word I'm looking for.
It was great. Yes. I like Richard slumming it. It's very funny.
Yeah. And he was as warm as a Richard Gilmore could be about it.
But I remember when Emily came to town and she got to meet the townspeople, and people loved her.
She's
so
charming.
I was waiting for that for Richard, where people like just sort of think he's like funny or like charming.
Well, I like the interaction between Luke and Richard. It was, I'm like, oh, right. They both can be normal. It's Lorelai that's the kook.
Yes, exactly. They're having a totally normal, "Nice to see you again. You as well." Oh my God. Everyone was normal for like 2
it's a
seconds.
Nice establishment. It pays the bills. Like, oh,
right. They're
hello,
being
human.
Folksy. I know. So it's funny to see Luke be normal.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
He's a normal person.
Yeah, and Richard is still counting people's coffees, counting Lorelai's coffee, which I don't know if he has enough fingers. But he also says it's a lot of coffee so early in the morning.
Yeah. But I also think that he was keeping track that like Lorelai and Emily both do the same thing. So this is a like mother, like daughter. Be like, "You got your 3 cups of coffee from your mother."
I didn't see that.
And like Rory's going to get it from her mother. And like, this is a 3-cup-a-day family. I don't know. I thought he was trying to put it together that it was like a family trait that all the...
Oh, I thought he was innocently finally noticing the lifestyle of the women around him.
Maybe.
I'm sure Lorelai has talked about coffee, but whatever. Also, like, I think it's both. I think it's this innocent, like, I now have time to see this stuff, so I can't help but notice it. And it's also this, like, I feel everything I do is right, and so I'm going to judge it the whole day.
Right.
Against what I think is right. So it's like they both exist, as you said. That's why the show is good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Paris finds her story. I want to know what you think of the story of her finding the seedy underbelly.
Seedy underbelly of Stars Hollow. I mean, she's really grasping. You can't. I think Paris is a smart girl and could think of something better. It was pretty lame. I don't know if this was just a way to get Paris into the town. I mean, I don't think it's a good story.
I don't think so either. I never did. Although I do believe that both Rory and Paris are depicted as strong enough writers that they could make it a good one.
Yes.
And that Paris, if she did find something in a small town, that it might blow up, because that's what people like, is like, you think that you're just this nice, sweet town. There's nothing sweet in this world, like
right. Exactly.
But your honey can kill you. Story at 11, it's just.
Right. But you can find the seedy. Exactly. You can find the seedy underbelly of anything, of a single person, if you wanted to,
Mm-hmm. And I also think that, maybe it wasn't exactly intended. I think it was Paris in Stars Hollow is going to be funny and goofy.
Yeah.
But I also think this is the only way that Paris socializes. So in a way, it could be Paris is like, hey, want to hang out?
Yeah, I know. This is the way they're becoming friends. Mm-hmm. Where like Rory's like, I don't know what to tell you. This is just my town. Like blah blah blah. And they're like,
and she's like, show me around. I mean, for the story,
right? And they're like walking like you would with a friend. Uh-huh. But Paris is on a mission. I noticed they didn't run into Lane, which would have been fun. Lane was not in this episode, which was sad. But
she's met her before.
I think that Mrs. Kim could give you the insight to the seedy underbelly. I think Miss Patty could tell you the seedy underbelly of the town if she was so inclined. I bet she's got the goss.
I'm surprised they didn't make like a Jess event out of it, because
yes, I know
she was there 2 weeks before when he pretended there was a murder. Maybe it was something.
Right. Or Jess is the seedy underbelly of the town because he stole a gnome, like this is Jess's town now.
But meanwhile, there actually is nothing. Oh, there's always like a fake crime, like what Paris actually finds out.
Right.
But let's see. Finding the seedy underbelly. Oh, she calls small towns. She's like, people are moving out of the big cities and into small towns, milk a cow, pet a pig, find yourself. That's how she describes.
That's what I think of as small towns.
She also says romantic, white picket fences, low crime rates, smaller classrooms, better tomatoes.
Better tomatoes in small towns. It's true.
And she bribes Rory to hang out in her town by saying, I'll share a byline with you.
Nice. Yes. And then she gets off the bus like a complete asshole. She's like, I got rabies. And she's like pretending to pull bugs out of her hair and stuff. Like, what the hell?
She knows only drug dealers ride the bus.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've said that about basements of comedy clubs where I'm like, I think I have tetanus just from being in the room.
But I bet I would feel the same way at those basements.
I mean, there's some seedy comedy clubs, OMG, where you're oh, I need a vaccination to be in this room.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
It smells like I shouldn't be here.
But the city bus is not, I don't know.
Especially the one from Hartford to...
Yeah, the one from Hartford to Stars Hollow is really that seedy? Come on.
Yeah, and she took the bus even though she has a car so she can get in the whole thing. She said she thinks she has rabies. She smells now. She needs to burn her clothes. Is there something crawling in her hair?
Come on.
Yeah.
Then write the story about how bad the bus system is. How about that story? I rode the bus and got rabies. That's a story.
She knows it's fake. She's asking Rory to go to the bad part of town. She even says, where's the local bar? And Rory says, in Woodbridge.
Yeah.
It actually is a dry town. Although I guess the inn is a little bit outside of it because it has wine and stuff. So
maybe it's wine and beer, but not hard liquor. I think Luke should get his liquor license and serve liquor at the diner.
Oh, yeah. Does he not? No, I don't think he does.
Nope.
Guess he makes enough money.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Pays the bills. But eventually, we find out that Richard has seen everything in town, including the giant slinky. There's a slinky in town we all need to see. I wrote down that I want to see the slinky. What's the slinky everyone's talking about?
I want them to create a place that was in this episode that is everything that Richard saw.
Yes.
And I have a list of it.
You have the list?
Yeah, I do.
I want to hear it.
I
want to see if we want to go to these things.
It is. Sorry. I don't know where it is, though. Let's keep going, and I'll.
It was like the library, the park, but there was some other funny ones in there.
Yeah.
But
here it is. Here it is. Okay. He went to all the stores. He went to the cat one twice. Yes. He went to the park, the giant slinky, the 100-year-old oak tree, the life-size yarn person, and he was introduced to all of Babette's gnomes.
I want to do all of those things. Yes.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I want a Stars Hollow, and I know that you can take a tour of like the Stars Hollow like once a year or something, but it's in the LA film lot.
Oh, cool.
But you can like buy coffee at Luke's and things like that. But from what I hear, there's always a long line. The coffee's not that great. They're kind of taking advantage that you're like all in this town. But
of course.
Yeah, money grab. It's the Times Square of Stars Hollow.
That's what you get when you're a fan. You have to wait in line to get crappy coffee. Do you like the show or don't you?
Yeah. I guess I don't.
Well, we're going to go. I mean, we have to go.
We have to go.
There's no, it's not if, it's when,
there should be like, how in Six Flags they have like a line cutter if you pay more. Can I please have that?
Yes, we'll get you the line cutter price. Oh my God.
I can't in good conscience cut the line at Luke's. I cannot.
Well, we're going to find a way.
We're just going to have fun in line is what it is.
All right. We'll make people listen to our show. That'll be fun to pass the time. It'll be great. We'll just, oh no, did I kill you? Sorry. Are you okay? Okay. I got a thumbs up and Chemda just muted herself to have a coughing fit.
Oh my God.
I gave you a spit take. That's a win for me.
I pictured us with like a boom box.
Yes, we have our boom box with our podcast playing. And we're like, are you bored in line at Luke's? Also, no spoilers past season 3, episode 5, because that's where we are. We can't go till I've seen the whole series.
I know. Okay.
All right. So we're at the inn, and the purpose of us being at the inn is to realize that Lorelai did have work that day, which was not clear to me when they're reading newspapers at the kitchen table. I'm like, doesn't she go to work?
But it was probably like 7 a.m, and
she didn't have to be there till
maybe 11 because
9 to 5.
She said that that Rory gets home at 4, she's going to have to keep working and she'll meet them afterwards. So she might have an 11 to 7 or something,
Yeah. But she eventually ends up at work. And she's doing her job. And we give her a mild crisis to solve because we're illustrating that she is competent at her business, at her job.
Yes.
And Richard's got something to say about it.
Oh,
he's got something to say about her clothing. He's got something to say about how she handles vendors on the phone. And shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh my goodness.
She handles it gracefully in the moment,
but
I was raging on her behalf.
Yeah. Well, she said, I mean, he first of all, he was like, where's your jacket? Because, and I think wardrobe did a really good job here. They gave her a shirt that looks kind of like tuxedo-esque, which was pretty modern at the time. We were wearing like tuxedo highlights in our shirts, or like, I remember I had tuxedo shorts that I thought were funny from Contempo Casual.
Oh.
I know. Well, I ended up wearing it to work when I had to wear like a white top and black bottoms. And I was like, oh, it's hot in the summer, so this counts. Tuxedo shorts. They were just cute. But so he's like, where's your jacket? No one's going to take you seriously without your jacket. But he's so disgusted.
Yeah.
And he's like, what about your boss? And after all this time, he doesn't realize that she is the boss. You should be a little impressed
if you're impressed with that kind of thing, which you are,
right?
Where you had to go into your boss and tell them what for. She is the boss.
Yes. Where's your boss? What does your boss think? I am the boss. And he's not like, oh, maybe you're not as dumb as I thought you were. Like, it doesn't give him any pause.
And also, maybe I should back down and not talk to the boss in front of her employees.
Yep.
Now, she was flirting with the guy. She said, Manny, I love you. You rock. I'm devoted to you. I'm never going to look at another towel without thinking of you. Thank you. Bye, stud. Now, she is flirting. It isn't professional, but this isn't your profession. And at the time, she was working with what she had, what the time was, what was allowed. I do think it's not good that we could lean on that or we're using it, but people were doing it.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know how she knows Manny. They could be besties.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He could be gay.
Right. He's probably gay.
She's just being cute. It could be a woman. It doesn't, also it's none of your business. Whether she's ruining her relationship with this other person or not is going to have to be none of your business because you're her daddy. Shush.
Yeah. Shut up.
And she's in her 30s. He goes, that's how you handle a business call? You never talk to a business associate like that. Do you understand what do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah, no.
Because I'm only doing this for your own good.
Yep.
And I will be right here if you need me.
Yep.
And she says, because she's holding back.
Yep. I know this exact posture. I know this exact vibe. Dad is telling you something for your own good. It's control disguised as concern. And he's like, do this, do this, do this. And all you can say is, okay.
Mm-hmm. But it was very special.
The improv game of yes and. You just have to say yes and thank you for this advice. If you say anything else, you are wrong and the advice will be reiterated. So the only way to stop the loop is to agree. If she had pushed back and been like, actually, Dad, I know Manny from high school and he's a good friend of mine and this is how we joke and that's how, he would just say it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only way to stop that is to say, okay, thanks, Dad. Yes.
There's also a thing that, have you heard of this where it says there's a philosophy of never explain yourself. And I find that very difficult. Although when you think of the logistics and the logic behind that, it kind of makes sense. I just haven't been able to apply that all around. But if you ever feel the need to explain yourself, pause and go is there an option B here where I don't explain myself? Even though I want to be understood, I'm about to go in that loop and it won't help. It'll just
Is explaining myself going to make this better or worse? Right.
And has it ever? Which is very interesting. Because a lot of times we're let's say you're explaining yourself to your partner who is supposed to get it by now. It's wait, but I'm explaining this to you and I've been explaining this to you for years. Right. What am I really doing now?
That's really important.
Possibly be explaining myself again.
I'm constantly explaining myself to my dad and I don't do it anymore. I don't have the energy.
Right.
You're out of your, it's not your world. You don't get to tell me what to do anymore.
And I think they may, a lot of people, especially at our age, people make it very clear what world they're in. So you either want to step into their world, knowing they're not going to step into yours. You might find a world that you could meet at and then go home. But this is not it.
But also I'm of an age where if I want advice, I'll ask you for advice.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Give me unsolicited advice on the job that I'm doing when I'm the boss. Are you crazy?
And that's a tough one, I think, for everybody to sometimes not give advice, especially when you think you are an expert in because he's an expert in business. But I went to a lot of meetings to stop myself and go, did anyone ask me what I'm about to say?
Yes, I try to do that too. Cause I'm a bossy nosy body too. Not too.
And I'm trying to help.
But I have learned it took a long time to stop myself and then say, do you want feedback?
Yeah.
Right? Because then the person could be like, obviously yes, or obviously no. Mm-hmm. But at least I'm clarifying, like, because I'm about to tell you what I think. So like, let me know if you don't want that. Because it is my impulse to tell you what I think about what you're doing.
And it's everyone's, right? Because it's like, and a lot of times our perspective is so much clearer than the person who has the perspective where it's right there in their life. Yeah. And you need to like pull back and maybe ask for a different perspective, but they might not be doing it.
Yeah.
And by the way, may I offer you some feedback?
Yes.
Is part of, did you see this movie? I think it's called Girls Trip or something. And it's with like all the SNL power women are in this. It's Wine Trip.
I know what you're talking about. I saw it.
Terrible title.
Yeah.
For some reason, I fell in love with it. It became one of my rewatch movies.
Aww,
yeah. It's Tina Fey, it's Amy Poehler, and all the way down the line, the writers that we might not be very aware of, but they were all like writers, maybe around the same time. Great, great, great women. And so one of them is a psychologist, and she goes, before she tells anybody anything, she goes, her new thing is, may I offer you some feedback? And they're sitting I have to get into this. They're sitting at dinner and somebody goes, may I offer you some feedback? May I offer you some feedback? And they get into this whole, may I offer you some feedback? Because they like do harmonies and everything. Watch this movie. There's even like a Brene Brown, like, whatchamacallit, cameo in it, because these women are like, let's get Brene Brown to just like sit there and say a lot.
Yeah, and just hang out with us. That's
funny. That kind of movie.
Oh my gosh, I have to
enjoy
see this
yourself.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I saw it, but I don't remember anything about it. There was somebody rolling down a hill at one point. That's all I got.
It gets goofy.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty goofy.
It's a silly, yeah.
But while we're at the inn, yes. Grandpa is there. Rory calls and says she can't make it tonight. She's got to do newspaper stuff. And Lorelai is just crushed.
Yeah, like a lot of crushed. And I'm really glad that Rory opted in for that, knowing that nothing's going to happen to Lorelai and that she should still do her life. Because I think I would have skipped it.
What, skipped going home, hanging out with...
I would have skipped what was right for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want my parent to suffer.
Yes, exactly.
But I think she knows her parent is not suffering. She's fine.
It's going to be fine.
Nothing really is happening.
Yes, you're going to be fine. Yeah, who else is fine? Our Patreon supporters.
The finest.
Yeah, we have the finest Patreon supporters. We definitely appreciate you. And if you'd like to see all the Patreon perks that our members are getting, you can sign up at Gilmore Friends on Patreon. You can also find out all the information, click all the links at gilmorefriends.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Patreoners. So let's get back into town. Yes, because Rory...
Can we talk about Rory bringing Paris into Luke's?
Yes.
And Luke V. I wrote down Luke V. Paris. Because I was so excited. Once again, I was ready for Paris to get a verbal smackdown from Luke. But I think what they did was better because he was just more confused. He was just like, what?
I loved Luke. He was such a warm, fuzzy person in this. And I think that Luke softens up around Rory.
Yes,
so he
of course.
wasn't yelling at Angela Lansbury at Paris because of Rory. I think he was a soft.
And we've only seen him engage mostly with Lorelai, and they have snarky banter back and forth. He doesn't do that so much with Rory. He's much gentler. He offers her coffee. She says thanks. And then
he's always sweet around Rory.
Yes, he's sweet to Rory. But then Paris goes off on him. Like, what are you doing? Why?
Uh-huh.
And he's more confused than angry. And then Jess is there.
Because she's talking about, Paris says it's common knowledge that diners are breeding grounds for prostitution and drug dealers. Normally that would send Luke into a tizzy and he would physically like throw a person or put him in a headlock or something.
Right.
And she's like, who's that? And he's like, Reverend Nichols. And she's like, is that like Dr. Feelgood? That's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jess is now chiming in. He loves it.
I love Jess in this episode. He's wearing a long sleeve camo shirt, which is a change from the band t-shirts. So I guess that's within the dress code. That's okay for Luke. It was so weird.
It's very much what we were wearing. It's very tight fitted.
Yes.
It's also, it's like long underwear, right?
Yeah.
It's thermal.
Yep.
And it's thermal, long underwear and camo and tight and totally badass.
Yeah. And I knew people who wore this exact shirt.
I might have had it. I never had camo, but I had that kind of shirt.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So, but he pops in and she's like, "Where did you come from? Are you hiding? Like, what does she call it? Like a kitten lair or some, she has some weird term. What is she even talking about?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the seedy underbelly right here." Like, so she's messing. And this is the first time Jess has met Paris yet? Yes.
Yes. Oh, well, unless during the Bracebridge dinner, it didn't seem like they talked at all, but.
Wait, but did Jess go to the Bracebridge dinner? Oh, yes, that's right. Because they were glancing.
Yes.
So I guess they did.
They were on the horse ride together.
That's right. Of course he was there. Durr. But I guess they didn't interact. Paris and Jess.
Doesn't seem like it. And nobody seemed to have, none of the kids seemed to have sat together, interacted at all. None of them. Not even Lane and Rory.
Yeah. They just wanted to be awkward with whoever they brought, their pairings were. Mm-hmm. That was a weird episode. Man, I really love it, but for as far as the kids were concerned, it's like, wouldn't you all like when all my cousins were over? Yes, you get like glue. You find the other people of your age at events like this, and you go find somewhere else to be. That's in the house or in the but you find the other teenagers, and then you go play Apple Jacks in the other room. I would have at some point. I had my cousins. Let's do a choreographed dance. I know I would be a TikTok kid because I was doing it without the video. Oh yeah, we absolutely made choreographed dances and we never had a show. Like we would just come up with dances and then just do them. And we're like, all right, where are we performing it? And they'd be like, what? What do you mean? Nothing. Sometimes at the end of dinner, we'd be like, well, we have this dance now. We would do it awkwardly. I'm sure they were like, oh my God, can we keep drinking now? Very nice. Okay. I mean, when 2 Christmases ago, I went to my cousin's house for Christmas and my cousin's kids did a dance routine. And I got to say, it was the most delightful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's cute, right? It was so great because that was me. And they worked on this. They worked so hard on it and they made programs. And it was one of my favorite memories of that Christmas was watching these kids like put their routine together. It was adorable. And I get that not everybody likes that and is like, oh, kids doing things, but I love it. It wasn't 3 hours. Like, it was a few minutes of my night. It wasn't the commitment. But they they had music. I mean, they did a whole thing. It was great. So I'm in favor of that, kids. If you're listening, keep making those dance routines and then invite old Aunt Carrie to watch. Because I love it. Aunt Chemda will come. We're good audience members. We'll bring something. I don't know what. We'll bring something. Yeah, we'll bring something. I'll bring a box of wine. What? No. I'll bring roses. We'll bring soda. Something your parents don't let you have. Sody pop. We'll bring the fizzy. Oh my God. Kid wine, soda. Sneaking the kids soda. They're like, oh, thanks. Like, we don't drink soda anymore. They're like, I don't know what kids drink. How about Kool-Aid? Oh my God. I recently gave my nephews their first Slurpee. Oh. And they had been hearing about it. Like, it's this. And these people, they have everything like, they're very clean eaters, So it's honey instead of sugar. And like, they're very well. Hippied. Yeah. Yeah. Crunchy. Yeah. And they're vegetarian. They're lifelong vegetarians. Their mother's a lifelong vegetarian. You poisoned these children. I know. I was like, this is messed up because they knew I liked 7-Eleven Slurpees as a kid. And I had to ask their mom, like, is it okay if I give them a Slurpee? They had been hearing about it. They're like, oh my God, a Slurpee. I'm like, let me ask your mom. And their mom knew that
I had to leave like that night because my father was dying. So she knew I was in this state. I'm like, hey, can I give your kids a Slurpee? And she's like, of course. And I'm like, oh, you are so sweet. And I am such a jerk.
Wow.
I am such a jerk.
That's 40 chess. Everyone's taking advantage of someone in this story. That's hilarious, though. What did they think? Did they lose their minds?
I think they weren't that impressed.
Yeah, it's not that great. Especially if you've been hearing about it for years. Like, oh man, it's not going to live up. Sorry. Yeah,
they were like, whatever. And I gave the little one, he's got like a 2-year-old. I gave him a fake Slurpee because he had to have the cup like his older brothers, you know? Mm-hmm. So I just like put water in it and we're all drinking from the same cup and he has no clue.
Nice. Yeah. Smart. Mm-hmm. Kids are dumb. All right. So Rory walks by the video store.
With Paris,
and they see a like 11 by 16 framed photo of Rory in a school outfit with the title Citizen of the Month. And so they're like, silly. Thank God you stopped that kid from watching the thing. They go in, there's a red curtain in the VHS store.
Now, this is for those who don't know about when we used to go to video stores, and not Blockbuster. Blockbuster didn't have any smutty films. But when they had like rated X and above in the local store, they would put a curtain. And so all the people who wanted to rent porn, racy things, it's porn, they would go through the curtain and come back out and had to go to the...
Yes. So you had the shame of going through the red curtain to see your adult rated movies.
To rent it.
Ew.
Don't forget to rewind or we know what happened and when.
So gross. I know.
I mean, it's whatever.
But yeah, I remember the red curtain thing and then we dare each other to go in there, try to sneak in there. Again, this was not Blockbuster, but yeah, the mom and pop shops had the red curtain. So stupid.
Yeah, so Taylor Dosey decided that basically all the movies went behind the curtain. Like there were very few movies not, and they didn't have any porn. They don't have any rated X.
This was just anything above PG-13 went behind the curtain, which defeats the whole...
I think above PG they were putting
PG.
In there.
This defeats the purpose of the curtain.
Yeah.
Because now the whole store is the curtain and you need a curtained off section for the G-rated movies.
Right. But Taylor Dosey says the most Taylor Dosey couple sentences. In this day and age when the kids are willy-nilly with their clothes and hair and morals, it is heartwarming to see a sensible girl like you still exist. A girl who has the gumption and the guts to stand up and say, why are we allowing this trash out where all children can see it? Oh, Taylor. And she said, well, I just said a higher shelf, not get fabric involved.
Get fabric involved, I thought was very funny. It was
very
a good
cute
phrasing of it. I didn't want to get fabric involved.
But meanwhile, that's Paris decided she has her story. Small towns run amok, censorship in a small town.
And
Paris.
Yeah, so this is the story. I don't know if this is going to go up again. This is not a Pulitzer Prize winning story.
No, it's not. Not a video store.
What kind of padding are you going to have to do to make this compelling? I don't know. We'll see how Paris does.
Yeah.
So she finally gets home and Lorelai hugs her so hard. And then it was very funny physically. Like she hugs her like way too hard. And then she pushes her toward Richard as she goes into the other room. She has to get away. It's very funny.
Yeah. And I mean, this is quite the whole scene.
Yeah.
Also, you hear Richard when he first comes in say, hey, next time stop the car before you get out of it.
Right. Which means that she just could not wait to get out of the car.
And also at this point, like, it's not just physically somehow getting out of the car that you're driving without stopping it. It might have been an exaggeration, but she comes in and says, Rory, for the love of God, be home.
Yes.
That's out loud. So when you say Richard knows.
Yeah.
If you don't know at this point, like, can you imagine if you came over and I was like, Xerxes, for the love of God, please say that you're home. this one's here now.
And be like, oh, for the love of God, be home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need the relief.
Rory's like, isn't mom great? Oh, boy. She's spirited.
She's spirited. That's like, bless her heart. Yes. You know what I mean? That's in that like thinly veiled insult that doesn't mean...
You can't possibly say anything good.
Right. It's like saying she was fine.
It's worse.
Yeah, it's way worse.
Spirited.
Yeah. That's like when I do a stand-up set and somebody says I'm brave.
That might be worse than you were cute.
Yeah. I once got told to put some makeup on when I was wearing makeup. That was their comment on my stand-up comedy. They were like, you should put some... It was a guy. Of course it was a guy.
No.
And he was like, you should put some makeup on. And I was like, I have makeup on.
Oh
also, was it funny? You ass. But anyway, spirited is up there with like,
especially the way he said it.
Yes.
In all the history of you all and in the entire day of you seeing your daughter's life for the first time, you can only come up with spirited. Yeah. Okay. Also, do you like Chinese food? If prepared properly, I like it very much.
Yes.
They tell him that this is the best Chinese food in Stars Hollow. And he says something like, does that mean anything?
Yes. Well, because they named the place. It's like somebody's pancake house. And he's like, oh, yeah. That's the place. And they're like, they have the best, whatever, egg foo young or something. Like they name a dish. And he's really confused by that.
One of my favorite Lorelai lines, come entertain your grandpa while your spirited mommy orders, please.
Yes. And while she's ordering, or while she has the phone in her hand about to order, we hear a car honk is what brings their attention outside. Yeah. And Rory goes, is that the food? And she goes, no, baby, I haven't ordered yet. And when they look out and they go, oh my God. And we're like, what is it? What is it? And they go outside.
And but before outside, I just want to I want to make sure that we talk about the Yale thing.
Oh, yes. So
yeah, right before.
The first we've heard that Grandpa went to Yale, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well,
because I would have thought that would have come up because Rory's wanted to go to Harvard supposedly since she was 4.
Yeah. And why Harvard? Like you just say Ivy League, right? Unless you have a line of people or a specific reason. Like why would her mom say Harvard? How did you come up with Harvard?
Right.
So,
but
I don't know. Because
for whatever reason, Rory got it in her head that she wants to go to Harvard. Fine.
When she was
and
4.
It's not a bad school to shoot for. Honestly, if you shoot for Harvard and get one less better school, you're still great. You know?
Yeah, but his whole thing is like, okay, what about Yale? Now, this is actually, it could be a productive conversation. It's the wrong time to have it. And also, why not have it over dinner when Rory's around so he can ask her directly, this person who's about to, get involved in this and it's her future. Hey, have you considered Yale? I went there. I want to get you a meeting with someone. And isn't that the way Ivy Leagues go? Like if your father went there and his father went there, which I assume, but I'm not sure.
You have a legacy.
Yeah. Shouldn't you at least be considering it just to?
Absolutely. And getting into Yale, even if you don't go, looks great.
Right.
But also, yes, Richard should have had that conversation with Rory the day they hung out on the golf course.
Yeah, he asked Dean where he wanted to go to school right away.
Right. And so so Yale and Harvard people are so weird that if you say one, you have to say the other.
Yeah.
Right. So if she's like, I want to go to Harvard, Richard would say, what about Yale? Because he's a Yale person and Yale people are weird. So this has never come up before.
No, I don't think so. But they also haven't been around each other very much. It's usually like at the Christmas event or the Easter event. So maybe this is the first time he's even...
But they had, I don't know. I find it funny that this has never come up before based on how Rory and Richard tend to get along pretty well, that she's never said the word Harvard. to him, because that would trigger him to say Yale. And I know this because I know people who went to both Harvard and Yale, and I use them to get into the other one's club in Manhattan. I'll send them this clip. They know. But nothing gets you into the Harvard club faster than telling a Harvard person you went to the Yale club.
Oh, noted.
That's been proven.
Nice.
That works every time. They got an elephant in there.
What?
They have an elephant head in the Harvard club in New York City.
Oh, that's unnerving.
It's a dead elephant head.
Not like an alive one?
It's not an alive elephant head with like wires coming out of it. It's like a stuffed elephant head.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, it's weird.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I will take your congratulations. I worked really hard on that elephant head. Anywho, so she's like, Dad, what do you stop. And he's like, this is a thing I know a lot about.
He's right.
But like.
He's right. Bad timing, inappropriate person to like.
And also, he's been telling her what to do all day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, like, give it a rest, Grandpa.
Yeah. And talk to Rory about it. Like, what do you get to talk to a teenager about? She's excited about Harvard.
Yeah.
Talk about Yale a little bit. I mean, don't you apply for all of them?
You really should. I mean, it's expensive, but yes, you apply to all of them.
Yeah.
Usually by the time you're applying, you have a preference, but like, screw it.
Yeah, but he does know better. It's just like, hey, you've been knowing better all day. Can you just hang? Can you just like know nothing for a second and find out something about me, like without your input? Totes and approps. Okay, so that's when Dean shows up. Hello, Dean. Shows up. Remember beep, when I said I love you? Here it is.
Yep. Remember when I said I love you and you said, you're really sweet. And then you got out of the burnt out car. Car is now beautiful. I think we're supposed to know what kind of car this is. Do you know what kind of car it is?
No.
I wrote, Dean finished the car. I like how it looked. It looked very pretty.
I forgot to look at how it looked. It looked like a car.
Yeah, but like a schwanky, like a 60s. Oh, I'm so dumb with cars.
Like an older person.
Yeah, but like a cool older person car. Anyway.
Was it? Okay.
So, and it's blue. I think it's blue.
I don't know.
And Lorelai is naturally impressed, and Rory is ecstatic and like giggly and freaks out and is like, oh my God. Which you would be.
Which is what you want if you're Dean.
Oh,
like, yeah. Be impressed, jump up and down, like do the whole thing. It's a 1961 Dodge
Lancer sedan. I was right when I said it was in the 60s. Dodge Lancer.
Like I don't know if
I've never heard the term Dodge Lancer before in my life.
No idea.
So I'm dumb. But car people will know either this is a cool car or this is a lame car.
Yes. But it's a cool car because it drives.
And she didn't pay for it. So that is amazingly cool. Richard's got to step in and say with his big stupid mouth, I'm not letting no granddaughter of mine, blah, 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 is getting in this car.
She can't accept it. Now, he didn't even give Lorelai a chance to be like, obviously I have to make a phone call and we have to check that this is okay. She's giving them a moment to enjoy the moment.
Right.
Before all this stuff. Senior Gilmore decides that she can't accept it at all. At all.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a kid, which I understand, right? He is a kid.
Sure. But yes, again.
But he defended it.
The conveyance of information was not, well, obviously we're going to get it checked out before you drive it. And then Dean could be like, well, I already did that, but obviously, of course, please.
Yes, exactly.
He didn't give
anyone a chance. Right.
He didn't give anyone a chance. Like, if you gave me a car, I'd be like, you built this car from scratch? Well, obviously I'm going to, like, I have to get it registered First of all, because no one knows this car exists because you built it out of nothing. So I got to get it registered. And while I'm getting it registered, they're going to check it out. So I got to go check it out. I may as well do that. There's ways to say.
And there's time. There's time for that.
And like he just jumped right in with you're a kid. You can't possibly build a car. You're not a certified mechanic.
And he wouldn't take like, oh yeah, I get that. Like, cause I thought Dean was handling it pretty well. He's like, yeah, I get it, but my father does know, and my father said it was cool. Gypsy knows. Gypsy said it was cool. Yep. And I took a lot of time and I care about your daughter. So all that happened is that Lorelai and Rory were completely ignored. Lorelai, this is her kid and her decision. Rory, this is her car and her boyfriend. Grandpa decides to go to the mechanic now.
When Grandpa was like, she can't accept it, you're a kid, I wrote down, why doesn't he take it to a mechanic? And then we do.
That's funny.
So like that was a relief to me because I was like, oh, I thought like, I'm glad it didn't go the direction where like Richard and Dean have a fight.
Oh yeah.
I was like, just get the car checked out. Fine. But if I were Richard, I would say we're taking it to my mechanic.
Right.
Because I don't know. First of all, naming the mechanic Gypsy was hilarious.
Yeah.
I also thought it was going to be an issue that Gypsy is a woman mechanic. Luckily, that did not come up in this episode. But if Richard's being so old fashioned and stupid, he could say something like, well, I'm not taking the word of a woman mechanic.
Can I tell you, I did think that would have come up because in this time of, I think it's 2002 at this point, it was, if there was a female mechanic, that would be the entire episode.
Yes, I know.
So I love
that Gypsy was the mechanic and nobody mentioned her gender. Like
that was considered progressive.
That was forward thinking. Yeah. I agree. It was like, it's like having a gay character and it just doesn't come up.
He's just a person. Oh my God.
Just someone else.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I like that there was a female mechanic and it didn't come up at all. I think the name Gypsy was problematic though, because we don't say Gypsy anymore.
You take one,
whatever. It's a mechanic nickname. Gypsy was great. I love this actress too.
Yeah.
Was just like, I already checked it. Hey, like very like adorable, like sassy mechanic type. Also, checking the car is like opening the hood and looking in it. I don't know how to check out a car, but I know that it's more than that. Like, is she looking at the tires? Is she looking at the like axles? Like, I don't know what it takes to check out an entire car.
We didn't see the whole check.
I know, but it's just funny because she's like, check it again. You're like, all right, whatever.
But meanwhile, Dean and Richard are getting to know each other because it's the confidence. Remember when Dean first met Richard, you were like, where's his confidence? Where's his confidence throughout? He had confidence throughout this whole series. And here he is falling apart in front of Richard.
Yep.
He held his ground this time.
Yep. And maybe Richard also understood that his reaction was over the top and ridiculous.
It took a lot. It took a lot of Dean standing still for it. Like, no, I'm not allowing you to do this. No, that is not what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and they have a hard...
They did bring up the dinner where Richard was grilling Dean, although I didn't think it was such a grill. It was just a vibe that was off. Dean said you could have waited until dessert. But I think if you're 16 years old at somebody's house, they're allowed to ask you what your future plans are. Like, so what?
Yeah. But he was disgusted. He was like, this is disgusting. Like, he was very snooty and snotty.
Yeah.
And I think he should have a little more faith in Rory. Frankly.
Or even if you don't, none of your business. You're like, there's not much you can do. This. Yeah, this is not happening. Yeah. Be nice, and that's it. Yeah. And I love that Gypsy eventually just literally pulls out the windshield wipers and goes, I'm so glad I checked. I
found the problem. It's bad windshield wipers that came right off. I'm going to put them back on.
And
perfect.
even though Dean was like, you just pulled those off. And she said, yes, I did. I'm sick of checking this car. I pulled these off. Even though that was said, when Richard came back from you clocked this? He said, we found a little trouble with the windshield wipers, but Dean is over there taking care of it right now.
Wow. There was no trouble with the windshield wipers, sir. No.
And he was only able to say that because Dean wasn't there.
Yep.
You sly.
Yeah, you sneaky. Mm-hmm. And you had to be right. You couldn't say, well, shut my mouth. The car was fine. He couldn't say that. He was like, thank goodness we took it over there because there was a problem with the windshield. And I am so smart for wanting to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Messed up. Richard sucks. Mm-hmm. Richard stinks in this episode.
Yeah, but and he said, but other than that, it's fine. And you know what? With insurance and the things you need, Rory, you can have it. And that means he got the yay and the hug. Thank you so much. Rory was thanking Grandpa. And you stole everything.
You stole the moment from Dean. Obviously, we're going to get it registered and insured, you idiot.
And why are you giving her permission to anything?
Why are you giving her permission to anything? You just walked in.
Which I guess is exactly what Lorelai said.
Yeah, so they have it out. Did you notice the lighting was really weird in the Gilmore household this episode?
You pointed it out. And I know that there's a different director for different episodes. And some repeat, but it must be a director's choice, right?
Or maybe it's a showrunner thing. I don't know. But it seemed very dark in the Gilmore household. This episode, there was weird spotlighting in the living room. I don't know. I didn't like it.
But maybe it's a setting for this emotional scene.
Maybe they're setting up an emotional, an uneven, dark emotional scene.
Yeah, and Lorelai actually tells him, she's like, I don't come to your work and talk to you about your breakfast habits, your clothing. Nothing was constructive about what you said. Mm-hmm. And this is the last time that you overrule my word in my house. And she said, next time you do that, you're not going to be invited. And this was, I think this was a subject change on his part, but it's obviously where the emotion was going. He goes, invited? I wasn't invited. I'm here because your mother asked you to take me off her hands.
Yeah.
Now which means, it's switched.
Right. But that means he knew the whole day.
Yeah, but that's not what she was talking about. That's a different conversation. Now you switched it to your
Make it about
feelings.
Me again. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also that means that Richard knew that if he had just not wanted to go to water aerobics class, he could have stayed home. He wanted to hang out with Lorelai and Rory, which is sweet, but he had to do it under the guise of
But he's always doing everything. He does things under the guise of this is what my wife thinks is the appropriate thing to do. I think he was doing it because Emily said you should go, or Emily said, whatever it is, it's Emily said. And he's like, I am just doing what my wife said. And I realized that this is the punishment for being too much on top of her. So lame. I think they just do what the other person, hey, it is my job to now get out of my wife's face because she only requests but so much. I got to go with that. So
I don't know. He could have done it a lot smoother than go breathe down Lorelai's neck for a day.
Right. Just because you're invited in this weird way, that doesn't mean that you punish Lorelai for what your wife wanted and the trouble that you're having with your wife, not Lorelai.
But it turns out that he feels he doesn't know what to do now that he doesn't have a job.
Which one is your problem? But two, I'd like to read what he actually says because what does he actually say? I never thought of retirement. I never thought about what I would do or what I would be once I wasn't working. I never once imagined that I would go from being a productive member of the human race to a decrepit old drone sitting at a club at 3:00 in the afternoon, drinking brandy and playing cards. I am an annoyance to my wife and a burden to my daughter. He goes, suddenly I realized that what it feels like to be obsolete. I hope that you never have to learn what that feels like.
All right.
Okay. There's a lot here. Yes. Go for it.
I've had an office job. One that I thought I was going to be. There was not a day that went by that I did not think about retirement. You are paying into a retirement fund when you have an office job. It is on the radar. Most people are counting down the years. The idea that he never thought about it is insane to me.
But I believe him.
I believe him because his job was his entire identity.
So that's a problem. And that's a problem that I need to like reconcile within myself also. Who am I if not my job title? Right. Like,
yeah.
And I think that it's an American issue. If we want to call it an issue, it's an American feeling and emotion.
Yes.
Where your leisure time is this guilt-ridden, pressed for FOMO type thing where like, I think in other places, it's your time off. It's your casual time. It's your not stressful time. Like, why does it stress us as Americans to not be, quote, productive, to feel obsolete when we don't have a job to go to?
Yeah, no, I know.
But you kind of hope that this is just the transition from being this version of productive to this version of productive.
Yes.
You hope that.
And it's got to be jarring. Look, if you've worked every day of your life and then one day you're not working, that's got to be a jarring transition. I absolutely have empathy for that.
Also, if that's where you got every single experience of it, but he has a social life. I don't know. But if you don't have any hobbies.
You don't have any hobbies. You need some hobbies. But like, you know, golf is a hobby. You play golf, go golfing.
That's the thing. I don't know why he needs to feel guilty. And again, I think this is an American. Why do you feel the need to feel guilty at your age? I think he's at least 70, but let's call him 65. He retired early, 62, whatever. Why do you, at any age, why do you have to feel bad about yourself playing cards with your friends at 3:00 in the afternoon with a drink?
Yeah.
Do you have to feel bad about that? People listening, do you feel bad about your time off or your retirement or your weekend or, you know, because I have that feeling sometimes of like, I'm not being productive. Like I come back home, I need to do the dishes. I gotta finish this project. I have to work on this.
It's enormously difficult to sit and do nothing because I have a to-do list of like a million things that need to be done and I'm not doing something. I'm always not doing something.
Yeah, but is it okay to just take a walk? Is it okay to garden? Is it okay to?
Yeah.
I think this is the tough transition of what do we find important in our life? Who are we without a job title? Are we important at all when people aren't looking for us for an answer or for a project or for? This is all a part of it. But also don't let it out on your, like if you presented that to Lorelai in the beginning of the day and that's the conversation that you had, you can have a conversation instead of going, well, I feel useless. Why are you yelling that at me?
Right.
I didn't do this to you.
Why are you making, and again, like the man feels unmoored and directionless and he makes it someone else's problem.
I have nothing to do with this.
This is a problem for the women in my life. The women in my life are going to have to bear the burden of my problem. I don't have enough to do. I don't have a hobby. I'm not emotionally intelligent enough to go figure something out. I'm going to make it Emily's problem and we make it Lorelai's problem.
Now, making it Emily's problem is okay as a temporary oopsie. Like I transitioned awkwardly and I kind of used you a little bit during the transition. I pushed too hard or whatever. That's their dynamic. They could work it out. I think she has to be a little patient. He has to be a little patient, but it has nothing to do with Lorelai.
Yeah.
This doesn't change her day at all, except that you're here. Here's another thing. He goes, you never invited me to your house. Now I thought of this. I didn't invite my dad to my house, but it's because again, we go to your world. You like it there. There are bow ties for you. So I'm doing you the kindness of there's something respectful to these older folks, that generation. It's respectful for your kid to come to your parents' house. Otherwise, come over. Babette opens the door to the back door and just comes in for coffee whenever she wants. So if you're not invited like that, maybe stop yelling at me.
Yeah, stop yelling at me in my home and bossing my daughter around and being a weirdo. I just remembered my dad has been to my apartment. But it was because he had a layover from LaGuardia and needed a place to crash. And I happened to live close to LaGuardia. So he's like, I'm coming over to sleep. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't have an extra room. Like I gave him my bed. I slept on the couch. You know, it was a little weird, but like,
that's
sure.
Generous. Yeah.
Crash here. But like, yeah, I don't. I don't think I even like made a meal. I think we went out to eat, I don't know, weird, uncomfortable.
But truthful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we see Jess again this episode. Rory walks by the framed photo of her in the front of the video store.
Because she's picking up the Chinese food.
She's picking up the Chinese food, the 2 bags. Yes, they ordered too much food, and he has something to say about it. Shut up, Richard.
Yeah.
Got to say something, because he doesn't eat leftovers because he's rich.
But I also think, like, it's funny that he thinks that's gluttony when he has a chef and a maid. Like, what?
But they always make the exact right amount of food. They don't have to do leftovers.
Yeah, okay.
Gross. Okay. Whatever.
So
my mom used to say they're not leftovers, they're ingredients.
Leftovers is one of my favorite meals.
Yeah. Me
Love
too.
it.
But you can add it to something else. Make it a new thing.
Absolutely. Yes.
Totally. I put eggs on everything. Eggs on leftovers, whatever the leftover is, doesn't matter. Put eggs on it. Love it.
Although with Chinese food, you have like a day. She said a week and a half. I was like, especially not the rice. The rice is no good after an hour.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean Richard can say anything. Shut up, Richard. You're getting dinner. So Jess is giving her a little snark because she's the citizen of the month. And she's like, I didn't ask for this or something. And he's like, I have a feeling. What does he say exactly? What is the exchange?
I don't think they'll be around very long.
And I thought that meant he was going to go in there and like steal the photo or something. But
that's what I thought.
That since all of the video cassettes, tapes, VHS, the tapes, yes, all of the tapes that are out front are like Disney movies, he's going to go in and swap out the tapes.
Yeah, he said the person who rents Dumbo or Bambi will get a surprise. Now, I hope it's actually not porn, because Dumbo or Bambi you're putting on for your children. That's not funny. That's actually criminal. That's weird. Yeah. So I hope he means something like, I don't know, even Die Hard might be a lot, but at least it starts off gentle.
Right.
But I don't know. And he's such a bad boy.
He's such a bad boy. You're so bad, Jess Merkerman. What's his last name?
Jess.
It's not Merkerman. Vermilion. Terminator. Tortilla. Tortellini. Jess Tortellini.
Tortellini. Marinacci? No.
Marinara.
Okay. Well, do you find
Liberace Marinara Tortellini? Jess. Thank you.
Do you find that Rory is a little bit? I think she's having fun with him. Like, I think she likes a little. She's like, "What are you gonna do?" You know.
Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah. They seem to have gone back and forth. Like, I don't know. Are they? Because she's got to get used to seeing him around the diner. Yeah. And like, so the novelty of having a new boy in town has worn off, and he's just sort of a regular fixture now. Mm-hmm. So she's tolerating him, but he's being like flirty and weird. But he got in a fight with Dean, didn't he?
He did, but they had already talked about that, and he said that he didn't see it was Dean. I think he's just a boy in town now, like
another guy in town. That's right. He punched him without seeing that it was really him,
which
but we
I'm
don't know.
Buying. We do know.
Yeah, we do.
Even I do remember the first time I saw that scene where he's hitting him. I saw because when he said I didn't see it was you, I was like, no, I saw that you did, because I'm like, oh no, he's gonna hit Dean by accident, and I was like, wait, there was a split second he saw it.
Yeah,
like it was clocked.
Yep.
So I'm not buying it.
Yep.
But I do think it's kind of fun to me. Like, what's a small town other than running into somebody who knows you, and like, you can have like a quick, nice conversation, and he's not a stupid boy. Like, he has fun things to say. He gets your references, and and he's saying he's gonna take them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
so
when Richard goes back home, first of all, he doesn't stay for food. He doesn't want food when he goes back home. It looks like he's sneaking in because he doesn't want to talk to anybody, right? Like,
yeah, he's a little slinkish.
And here's
like a
the
slinky.
Thing. I wrote, we're at the grandparents' house, absent makes the heart, right? Mm-hmm. Because Emily is so happy to see Richard when he walks in. She kisses him. Hello. She tells him about her day. She's so excited. She's like, oh, I missed you, now that you're not around. Like, I'm so excited to see you. And you kind of remember that it does work. Like, you do need small breaks from each other. It does revive something and gives you something to talk about. Like, it reminds you that she's not really talking a lot of, she's not being selfish. She's being herself. I don't know. Do you?
Yeah. I liked Emily at the end of this. She gets him a drink. She's like, how was your day? And he's like, nothing. And then she says, do you want some food? They have a new staff member working on their food. It was very funny.
What I think is funny is it's so funny. She's like, she is organizing the food for him. She's like, I can have the maid whip you up something.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It counts as her doing it. Like,
yeah, I can have the maid whip you up something. It's very funny. And he's like, no, I'm not hungry. I ate, which he didn't. We know he didn't. So he's not eating dinner tonight. He's having a scotch for dinner. And he goes up to a darkened room, which is his office. And I was like, oh no. But no, he just sits in a chair.
I mean, he's really, really sad. But do you notice the Gilmores, the Gilmore grandparents, whenever they have a sincere feeling, they lie. So he lied to Emily about the date. Now, this isn't an egregious lie, except you're just in the habit of lying when you don't want to tell somebody exactly what your day was or what things are actually happening, because you're saving them from this information that is innocuous, doesn't need to be like, you don't need to know I'm sad, is what I'm getting from the waspiness of them. When you have an emotion, control it by getting over it on your own and then come back fresh.
Yeah, I also think that's true, but I also think he wasn't ready to talk about it yet.
Fair, yeah.
Like, and she's in such a good mood.
True, okay.
That he doesn't want to be like, I appreciate your good mood, but I'm feeling really messed up about my life and my relationships and blah, blah, blah. And like, what am I doing? Blah, blah, blah. I think he was just reading the room again and just being like, this isn't the time to talk about it.
I mean, I know I'm not them, but that's not how I would want my partner to tell me. I think you can tell me like, oh, I'm kind of tired. Can I just tell you tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, he could have said that, not just be like, everything's fine, and then go sit in a dark room by yourself.
Yeah, you could still go sit in a dark room by yourself, process alone for a little while, but yeah, you don't have to lie. That's the thing. It's just a default to lie every time you have negative news, negative emotions.
Right, so you don't believe anyone's real emotions. Like, they're just doing pleasantries. Yeah.
However, that is the basis of their relationship, and I do believe that they don't want to share those kinds of things with each other. You do go to your corners and come back refreshed.
Yeah.
There's very little that you process with each other in terms of feelings, and I think that's appropriate for their relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not going into his house and going, no, tell her, Like,
right. You have to. Why don't you say anything?
Why'd you lie to your boy? No, now we're going to sit here and you do it right and wear a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have trivia for this episode?
I do.
I'm excited.
Okay. So season 2, episode 12, it's called Richard in Stars Hollow. And Jess, who's played by Milo Ventimiglia, and you know what? I wrote it out phonetically for myself.
Is it tortellini?
It's tortellini. Can never say it right. Ventimiglia. Excuse me. Ventimiglia. Anyway, what role was Milo originally cast for?
Oh, he was originally cast. Was he originally cast for Dean?
No.
Oh. Not Tristan.
No.
There's only 2 male teenagers.
Well, that's kind of a trick question. I got this from Entertainment Tonight. The creators of Gilmore Girls, Amy Sherman Palladino, and her husband, Dan Palladino, had some casting freedoms, right? So they used their freedom to sign Milo before they thought of a role for him. So Amy just thought that Milo was, quote, cute and wanted to sign him before someone else did. So they worried about how to use him after they signed him.
Do you know when they signed him?
No.
Because how long did Milo have to sit around and wait for them to figure out what to do with him?
It couldn't have been more than a few months. But
I hope not. That's cool, though. That's flattering for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just something that we want. And
you're a cute... This adult woman thinks that you're a cute young man that we want in our series. In all fairness,
he was an adult.
Oh, okay.
He's not a child. I mean, he's freshly an adult, but I don't know that she means cute, meaning like I'm attracted to him. I think he has a quality to him that would make her show good. That's interesting. And that's how sometimes people would become famous. People would be like, who are you? And why am I drawn to you?
Right. We have to put you on stage.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. Right.
That's not completely at it. Like that did happen. Okay. Here's the next one. I think we talked about this in either a live or another episode, but we weren't specific. Kelly Bishop, who played Emily Gilmore, changed her name for career reasons. What was Kelly Bishop's name before she changed it?
Whoa. Christina Bishopsky.
So she's got the Christian and the Jewish.
Yeah. And Polish. Bishopsky is Polish, I think. I don't know. Or Russian, something.
True.
Okay, she was Bishopenstein.
She only changed her first name.
Oh.
And
Caligula Bishop. She had to change it. I mean, you can't be on the ticket with that name.
Her name was Carol Bishop. You were very close.
Carol Bishop. And she changed it to Kelly Bishop?
She only changed it because the SAG rules were that two members couldn't share the same. Yeah. So there was already a Carol Bishop.
And she didn't want to do the initial.
No. So she just changed it.
Kelly. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem.
Yeah. I have Chemda.com.
Nice.
That's how much of not a problem I have.
That is not a problem. I got to look at who owns Carrie.com.
Spelled your way, right?
Yeah.
But you do have CarrieGravenson.com.
I do have CarrieGravenson.com. That's a unique name. But I wonder who owns, and then I have to buy up all the misspell. I also have to buy CarrieGraveson.com because people miss that first N often enough.
It did take me a while to get used, but as soon as you get used to it, Carrie Graveson sounds so weird now. Like I know.
But people miss it. So I'm twice as famous if you Google the misspelling of my last name. It's great. Every now and then I remember that and I'm like, oh, I should Google the misspelling. Feel a little better about myself. Get some more hits. Yeah, because that's what life.
Think of that. That's a good point.
That's what life is. That's what life is about.
We want social points. Okay, so my last one is, when did Lauren Graham, who's Lorelai, and Alexis Bledel, Rory, meet? When did they meet?
During auditions.
No.
In acting class.
No. One more.
At the laundromat.
They actually met the first day that they read the pilot episode. Oh. So Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel met for the first time in the lobby of a hotel in Canada when they were on their way to a table read for the pilot episode.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. So the casting was, I feel like they felt rushed at some point. Like they were looking for some people. Some people they found right away. I think the Lane character was looked for a long, long time. By the time they picked Alexis and Lauren, I think Alexis said she auditioned 6-7 times. Yeah. But they didn't have time to put them together. They just thought that they would fit. And
God, thank God they did. What a
really
gamble.
Did. Yeah.
That is such a crapshoot. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's my trivia for today. Do you have any predictions?
I think something happens with the car. I think a teenager doesn't build a car, and then eventually something's going to happen with the car, and we're going to wonder if it's Rory's fault or if it's what's his face? Dean's fault. Because he's going to say, well, you shouldn't have, I don't know. Again, I don't know about cars, but it's going to be something like you knew not to drive it in second gear. And then she's going to be like, every car, I think there's going to be something wrong with the car and it's going to cause them a fight because he'll think it was her fault and she'll think it was his fault. I don't think she'll get into an accident. I think that's too far. I think Paris has got to be institutionalized soon. She really needs some Xanax. She needs
Xanax would help. Yeah.
Kickboxing classes. She got to do something. Meditation. I don't know. She needs something in her life. But I see now that this newspaper story is going to keep going. I feel like we're heading for something bad happens at the paper where like somebody writes a story. Maybe two people write the same story and they fight over it. But there's going to be some more paper drama, I'm thinking. I'm thinking they find a good topic but have a bad story, or the reverse. They find a bad topic but write an amazing story, or that Paris writes the story about censorship in the small town. I don't think we're going to hear more from the video store again. I think we're done with the video store.
Okay.
I think. I would be very surprised if this topic came up next episode or again in this season. And let's see. Yeah, and we're still dancing around the Jess and Rory thing. They're getting to know each other. They're a little flirty McGurty. So, yeah, I think he's softened. She's softened. They're smiling. Yeah, so going to be, I think Dean and Jess are going to make out.
Yeah, WB 2002. Yeah.
That's when it started. They
Michelle's
invented
not
gay.
allowed to be gay, but they are.
No, they invented it. Not if you invent it. It was...
As usual, I love your predictions, and I can't tell you why.
Yay!
Oh, but I am keeping a tally of them, and I can't wait to play these back to you.
I think I was right about something with the car, because you made a face when I said something with the car.
No face. I have the
We went super long today, my friend.
Please subscribe to the channel, share it with people. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate
Tell Carrie
it.
not to worry about how long or how short. We had things to say.
We're in retrograde.
Oh, no.
We forgot to mention retrograde each episode.
No.
Something retrograde. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a great night or day.
Good night.